2, 1. Hey everybody, Alan Slaughter-Zinski here, and we finally have made it back down here to Khalil Mack Field, where tonight the Bengals kick off 4-1. Fort Pierce Bengals, I might add, kick off tonight, taking on the Polk County Rise, the Rise 4-0, here with Big Meats Coach John. All right, so 4-1. Last time we saw this team on BSN, not a great outing. What's changed for this team?
We made a couple offensive changes, and the defense has gotten a lot tighter.
Gotcha. All right, what can we expect to see here tonight? What's the game plan? And when you say offensive changes, elaborate just a little bit.
We made a change at offensive coordinator and quarterback.
Gotcha. Okay, there you go. So who is our new quarterback?
I believe tonight is Deontay Gray.
All right, so Polk County, what do we know about Polk County?
They're 4-0,
yeah.
Really good team, like to run the ball, and hopefully we shut it down.
Defensively, this team has played well. Even in the loss, I thought they played well. Talk a little bit about some of the defensive leaders on this team that you expect to step up tonight.
It's actually going to be strength against strength tonight. They like to run the ball, and nobody runs the ball against us.
All right.
So we're looking for our D-line to step up, our linebackers to fill the gaps, and get a hard-hitting game.
You're 5 games into this, Coach. Could you honestly have predicted a better start after being out as long as you guys have?
Yeah, we would have hoped for a better start to look a little more cleaner, but it's going the way we needed to go.
There you go. Coach, congratulations on the 4-1 start, and we look forward to another Fort Pierce Bengal victory tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. As we get set here, making sure we get rid of all technical difficulties first.
Slow down today. We're going to hold that ball, protect that ball. Protect that ball.
Where
what we tell them.
4-1 rise from Polk County. 4-0. Polk County Rise take on the 4-1 Fort Pierce Bengals. One of the big changes from the last time, the name change. As Fort Pierce takes the field. And the Bengals with their orange smoke. 4-1. All right, I think everything is right. The Rise, again, come in at 4-0. A 30-12 win over the Blue Devils. A win over the Stingrays. A 25-0 win over the Cougars. And last week, beat the Outlaws 36-28. The guys are dancing in the middle of the field. And we won't be able to see the first quarter probably until 10 minutes in, until the smoke lifts. For Fort Pierce this year, 4-1. They got that win back on February 4th against the Cougars, and then they lost to the Broncos 26-0. They get a win over the Dolphins 6-0. They beat the Outlaws 21-14. And last week, showing on their schedule anyway, an 8-8 tie against the Stingrays. As we get set to go here, the Rise are led by coaches Ardell Scott, Rosanna Feliz, Tavares Carr, and Melissa Carr. Looks like they're leading there it is. Their leading passer is quarterback number 1, Sean Thomas, so far this season. 26 of 74. That's just a 35% completion percentage. 337 yards. He's got 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. They love to run the football. There's no doubt about that. Thomas also from the quarterback position, 239 rushing yards. Jonathan J.J. Robertson, 271 rushing yards. They have got at least 9 guys that have touched the football at least once this year, and the Bengals are set to receive here tonight on Brevard Sports Network. Back deep for Fort Pierce is going to be number 1. That is Speedy Knowles. And also back there, can't see the other number, but Speedy's back there as we get set for the kick here. And again, we are at a slant. It is a wild angle. Corners of the end zones are cut off. As we get set to go, we'll bring in Pool Boy Mafia for our first quarter sponsor. 15 on the clock. As the PA guy says, sling them and bang them. And set to kick off, it looks like is going to be number 25, J.J. Robertson. Apparently this guy does it all. Good crowd on hand. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see them. But I promise you there's a great crowd on hand here tonight at Khalil Mack Field. Let's lift this up a little here, see if we can't get a little bit more leverage as we are ready for kick here. And that kick is short, way short. Field it out to the 30 already, across the 30, brought down at the 31. And that's where this I keep saying TC, it's going to take me some getting used to, that's for sure. That's where this Fort Pierce offense will take over. 1st and 10. And Speedy Knowles will just stay out there. And Deontay Gray is the quarterback. You heard Coach Big John Big Meach Chandler tell you in the pregame he would be the quarterback tonight. That is a change from the last game we did up in Daytona where it was Antoine Edgecombe. So 1st and 10 for the Bengals. In the gun or the pistol, whatever you want to call it. 2 wide receivers, 2 split equally each side. Gray throwing on 1st down. Good looking. Little stop and go, but he didn't go. And he's brought down. Short gain. Very short gain. I at least think he's supposed to get forward progress here, but apparently he didn't get out far enough beyond the sticks. They actually lose a yard on this, and it's 2nd and 11 now for Fort Pierce. To see, wind the clock, and here we go. 2nd down. Gray looking to go deep near side here, and that's perfect timing. No flag whatsoever. Ty Eaton, the DB there, got there just as the ball did, and that'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Fort Pierce Bengals. So 3rd and 11 now. Now, for sure, a passing situation. No run attempts thus far to this point. Gray rolls to his right, looks to throw deep down the middle, wide open in the middle of the zone. Perfect throw. Busted coverage in the middle of the zone. 40-yard gain. I believe that was Cameron Webb that snuck in. Or if it wasn't Webb, it was Tommy Mitchell. Number 25, Javon Brown that snuck in there. My apologies. Javon Brown just found the open area in that zone coverage, slipped in, and Deontay Gray with a beaut. And it's 1st and 10 for the Bengals from the 28. Knowles in motion. Gray going to throw again. Throws across the middle and incomplete. That one in and out of the hands of his intended wide receiver. And I believe that is Javon Brown again. 13:42. We have not yet. We got to stop the clock. For what reason? Second and 10 for the Fort Pierce Bengals. We've not seen a run yet. Gray still throwing, throws, and incomplete. And that time the intended wide receiver was Tommy Mitchell. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Once again, we want to thank Pool Boy Mafia. Danny does a terrific job. Sales, installation, you name it. Danny handles it. 386-523-8162. Hashtag Pool Boy Mafia. 3rd and 10 now. And again, they have come out firing the football. Not one pass thus far, but just one completion. But, boy, was it a big one. Gray rolls to his right. There it is, right there at the chains, and that's a great play. Pitch and catch. Cameron Webb catches that, and they are inside the Pool Boy Mafia red zone, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Fort Pierce Bengals. And this offense is moving through the air. They can pick up a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line here. And the second pass, both pass completions have been good for 1st down. So if you're going to throw the ball without a great completion percentage, that's how you do it. 1st and 10 at the 12. Knowles in motion and whistles and a flag and a false start coming. So it'll be 1st and 15 now. Or they're going to call that on the defense or the offense here. How was that a 10-yard penalty? What do they call? That's a 10-yard. I have no idea what the call was. I didn't know there, unless it's a personal foul of some sort, or I don't know. But it's certainly, it's 1st and 20 now, still inside, just outside the Pool Boy Mafia. And Gray going to try and keep it, pulls back, throws. Oh, my goodness. A bad decision could lead to a pick six if somebody doesn't catch. Cuts it back. He's at the 30, and he could be and is caught from behind. J.J. Roberson nearly with a pick six. A 56-yard return, and I don't think, you just can't throw that football. You got to either eat it, take the sack, or throw it away, but you just can't throw that ball. And I don't think I'm telling Deontay anything he doesn't know, or Big Meech is going to tell him. And shake it off is what I would say. Look, you made 2 big plays on that drive. You got us in the red zone. No harm, no foul here. Unless they get in. Pot. Points off turnovers. Let's see if Polk County can do just that here. As Sean Thomas, the quarterback, brings them out. Again, he doesn't have a great completion percentage either this year, but he can run it and he can throw it. And so let's see. They are just first and 10 at about the 15 in the Pool Boy Mafia red zone. Thomas, big back in the backfield, and he turns and gives to the big guy, and the defense swallows him whole. And on the stop was Ranchavis Sears. Oh, and 5, too, I'm sorry. Kendrick Gaskin, the defensive end. Sorry, it's 5, not 3. And 53 in there as well. I don't have a 53. Who is it? Willie Boston in there. My partner tonight. What's your name again? Dwayne. The referee, time clock keeper in the booth with me. The big running back in that backfield is Shontavius Streeter. Whistle. And they're going to back him up 5 yards. So strength versus strength, as you heard Big Meat say. And running game against this defense. And so far, at least on one play, the defense, he called offsides on the offense. But so I guess it's a 10-yard penalty these days, is it? I mean, I've never seen it. I've never seen it, but okay. I'm going to have, I got to ask about that. Maybe it's something they've done to try to cut down on them, Polk County now outside the Pool Boy Mafia red zone here. 2nd and now 20. Again, they can pick up a first down. But, hey, why is that a 10-yard penalty? I did too. It happened to you guys too. Why is that 10? Now, see, they're going to move the sticks up 5 yards. They didn't, Fort Pierce didn't get the 5 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 15, and Fort Pierce got cheated out of 5 yards. There ain't no other way to say it. All right, 2nd and 15 now. All is right in the world. Throws, oh, no, that wasn't even close. The intended receiver was 3 yards ahead of the ball, and the coverage by Javon Brown there. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 15 now for Polk County. Thomas brings them back out. They're going to have 4 wide receivers split equally to each side. The back in the backfield is Shontavius Streeter. Thomas with the ball. Look, stops. Oh, corner route. He was open. Momentarily open was Devon Pitter, but the ball overthrown. Out there in coverage was O'Neal, Sandravius O'Neal. As a former quarterback, I can tell you when you're going to throw those corner routes, as soon as the ball snaps, maybe time for a quick pump, and you got to let it go. That's a timing pattern all the way. You put that ball where you want your receiver to run underneath of it. You can't wait to throw it until he breaks. 4th and 15 now. And Thomas will come back on the field. So this defense is just one play away from stopping disaster here, which was nearly a pick six. Thomas with Streeter to his right. Guys are all in the box. The cornerback showing blitz, and they bring it. Here he comes. Nice block. Thomas gets outside. He's got a shot. Thomas, is he in? Touchdown. No? And there's a flag down. Apologize for the duck, but this is our best shot at it. Doesn't matter what he did there. It's coming back. But I'll tell you what, that was a great cornerback blitz. Streeter picked up the block there, springing Thomas for what was potentially at least a first down. Not even sure what happened, if he got in or he didn't get in, but doesn't matter because the hold will make them do it all over again. And if you're Fort Pierce, you sure do catch a break there. 10:02 to play in the first quarter. And no score here between Polk County and Fort Pierce. A couple of 4-win teams. Polk County still without an L. So now it's 4th and 25. 4th and 25. And they got, again, 2 wide receivers a little closer together on the other side. Thomas rolls. He's got room, but he ain't going to have enough room. And, oh, my goodness gracious. Lowering the boom on that. He's got a regular black jersey on with no number. I don't know who that is, but my goodness gracious, did he lower the boom on Sean Thomas. My God. Textbook tackle. And he's wearing just a regular black jersey. As he is getting accolades over there from the fans, from the bench. Hey, man, when you go make a tackle like that, we got to know a name. First and 10. Harold? No, that's not him. All right, so 1st and 10 now. So that defense holds after the interception, and this time they come out, and we saw all runs last time. And on the first play of this drive, Abdias Joseph is stacked up for no gain. Boy, I tell you, that's kind of hitting I like to see right there. Coach Neese down there coaching up his defense. And it's 2nd and 10 still for Deontay Gray and this Fort Pierce offense. They moved the ball last time. The interception ended the drive. Looking to throw again. Little out route caught. And that'll be hauled in by Tommy Mitchell. Dominique Brunson will bring him to the ground. And that's 5 good yards, so it brings up 3rd and manageable for Fort Pierce with 8:45 to play in the opening quarter. No score between a pair of 4-win teams here. little trash talking, customary. Gray, all kinds of time. And that's a little bit too high for Mitchell again. And applying pressure that time was Trewan James. So third down, and they did get the hold there. You clearly saw it on your screen. So the hold backs them up, and it's now 3rd and 15. So a pair of holding penalties have dug into the Rise's drive, and that'll back them up. And this could, if Fort Pierce can hold here, certainly can flip the field and give them an opportunity. They've been starting 30, and then the last drive they were down here. I'm sorry, the Rise, I should say. If they can hold here, they can flip the field. But the Bengals, with a big opportunity in front of them at 3rd and 15. Offside, so will this make it third? Offsides on who, though? Oh, timeout on the field. All right, we'll step away here and be right back on Brevard Sports Network. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 14 and a half, 15 we'll call it, for the Fort Pierce Bengals. Referee says, wind the clock. Here we go. Deontay Gray is going to take it, throws, wide open, caught underneath. And that's a catch. And a first down by Speedy Knowles. Knowles came out and, again, slipped in through the zone coverage there. Nobody on him. Knowles picks up 23. And a Fort Pierce Bengal first down. Ball out across the 30 to the 32 with 7:41 to play in the opening quarter. Nice play. Nice pitch and catch from Deontay Gray to Speedy Knowles, who came out of the slot that time. First and 10 at the 32. Give to the big guy, and he's got running room up the middle. And that's a good run on first down by Torrey Howard. And that'll take it out to the 42. So a solid gain of 4.5 to 5 yards. You'll take that every time on first down. That really opens up the playbook. Torrey Howard still in the backfield with Deontay Gray. Knowles in the slot. Mitchell split wide near side. Looks to throw. He's going to run it. First down and more. Good piece of running there by Deontay Gray. And he's going to get it out across the midfield stripe to the 49. And that'll be a first down on the run by Deontay Gray. And the Bengals right now putting another drive together here. 1st and 10 at the Rise 49 with 6:12 to go in the opening quarter. Good-looking play there. Looked like he had his mind made up as soon as that ball was snapped. In the middle of that defense parted like the Red Sea, he took off running. Tommy Mitchell looking for the snap count. He gets it. One wide receiver. 2 backs in the backfield now. Under center, quick pitch out to the right. And he cuts it back. Still on his feet. That's a good run not to lose yards. And the ball carries Storches Smith. And he did actually lose a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 11. But he was trapped for about a gain of maybe a loss of 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 11. The ball dead spot on the midfield stripe. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Checking in, number 19, DJ Joseph. Polk County in a nickel defense here, expecting, well, it's dime actually. Play action. Mitchell, bubble screen drop behind the line of scrimmage, and the referees quickly blow the whistle. Tommy Mitchell just dropped it, and that'll bring up 3rd and 11 here. I would think 4-down territory, especially if you like the way your defense is playing. And a timeout on the field with 4:10 to play. Once again, I want to thank Danny at Pool Boy Mafia. And, of course, Big Trouble Loyalty Bail Bonds, our second quarter sponsor tonight, coming up. Glad you could be with us tonight on an absolutely beautiful night here for football on the Treasure Coast. Checking in now, number 2. That's Harold Miller. So Miller checks in. And Deontay Gray with Howard. Gray looks to throw. That's not Gray. Throws and over the head. That ball was actually cut loose by Storches Smith there. And that'll bring up 4th and 11. So I did not see Deontay come out. Storcha goes in and lets loose with it. Little wildcat deep throw there. The intended receiver, Harold Miller, just overthrown. And they will punt and try and flip the field here. And I believe that's Michael James out there to punt. And they got 2 guys back deep. Dominique Brunson's one of them. The other, Ty Eaton. .354 to play in the first quarter. And that's going to be offsides, and it's going to bring up 4th and 6. So maybe decision time for Big Meech and his staff here. We'll see. They're going to walk up 5 yards, and here comes the offense back out onto the field, it looks like. No. Offense, Big Meech calling for the offense. So they're going to take a shot at this. Ball's down on the 45, 4th and 7, it looks like. It's amazing how 5 yards can change a coach's mind, but it has happened here. I like the call myself. As Deontay Gray now. He's got to hurry, though. He's got to hurry. He's got Torrey Howard in the backfield. And the clock is running with 3:50 to play. I don't know. Don't know about the play call on that one. Straight handoff. And, man, I don't know if they were trying to catch him by surprise but to me, the last couple of times they had him in that position, you found an opening in that zone and were able to slip a receiver in there. I think that would have been the way I may have gone there, but there's a reason I'm up here. Coaches are down on the sidelines because I don't know much. Right, I hear you. 3:39. To go in the first quarter. And the Polk County Rise with the football now at the Fort Pierce Bengal 45. And Sean Thomas has them back out. And we're ready to go here. Ball's out! Ball's out! Who's got it? Everybody's pointing every which way. The far side official comes in and says it's the Fort Pierce Bengals, and the ball is recovered by Jonathan Tucker, and the Bengals get it right back. Streeter just dropped the football and put it right in the arms of that man right there, Jonathan Tucker. So a little stroke of luck there pays off, and the turnover situation is one apiece now for Polk County. He just coughed it right up. That's literally how the term coughing up the football looks like, is it looks like he coughed it right out. 1st and 10 now from their own 45. And quarterback Deontay Gray has three backs in the backfield. He's under center. So a wishbone, turns, gives. And a good run again on first down here by Storchy Smith. And that's a pickup of 3.5, maybe 4, 2nd and 6. 4 times 3 is 12. You'll take that all day. I'd like to welcome in, watching with us tonight here, Bobby Lynn, Waverling Hudman. This isn't the only semi-pro game we've got on tonight. We've got one up out of Brevard County in the east. The EAFL, the Sharks, and the Outlaws. Quick pitch here. Ball's out, and Polk County's got it back. Polk County has it back. Whistles blow, and coming out of the ball, whatever happens here happens, but coming out of the pile is Dominique Brunson following the second Fort Pierce fumble, or Fort Pierce turnover, and the Polk County Rise get the ball right back and pick up 8 yards, as they will now. What happened here? They just haven't moved the chains yet. I thought maybe they were going to try to say something like he was down, but no, they're moving the chains now. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rise at the Fort Pierce 47, as we get down to the end of half, or I shouldn't say the half, first quarter here at Cleo Mack Field. And Thomas has them right back. We got a different running back in, though, this time. It's not Streeter. Looks like number 25, Jonathan J.R. Roberson. And that's a short gain of maybe 1.5. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 at the very, very least. Three turnovers total here in the first quarter. Two, unfortunately, belong to the Fort Pierce Bengals, an interception and a fumble recovery, and Polk County with one on a fumble recovery. 2nd and 8 now for the 4-0 Rise. J.J. Roberson in the backfield with Sean Thomas. Roberson cuts back. Thomas with a nice block. And Roberson past the first down marker, down to the 30, down to the 27. What a block thrown by the quarterback, Sean Thomas. I mean, it's not like it was a booming block, but he certainly got in the way of Jonathan Tucker on that one to prevent him from bringing Roberson down, and that was more than enough to spring him for a Polk County first down, and they'll say he ran out of bounds at the 30. So the Rise now 1st and 10 at the Fort Pierce 30 with 1:22 to play. Clock stops because he went out of bounds here in the first quarter. Once again, we want to thank Pool Boy Mafia. 1st and 10. Thomas keeps it himself, and he's going to pick up 3. 2nd and 7 now. Another defensive battle here for Fort Pierce tonight. They've been engaged in a couple of them this season. Once again, hashtag Pool Boy Mafia. 2nd and 7 for under a minute to play. Thomas gives. Oh, what a play. Great stop in the backfield by Kendrick Gaskin, the defensive end. And Gaskin blows it up. And it'll be 3rd down and 12 now for the Rise. Second big play of the first quarter for Drake Gaskin. And it's 3rd down. This is 4-down territory. There is no doubt in my mind on that one with 23 seconds to play in the first quarter. Thomas, the quarterback, drops back, looks to throw, in trouble, steps up, throws, caught, cuts back, touchdown. Oh, did he go down or did he get in? What are they saying? Nope, touchdown. Polk County. Brandon Hernandez, the big tight end, gets in. And with time expiring in the first quarter, Polk County leads it 6-0. Nice play by Sean Thomas to elude pressure and find his Big Ten tight end. And no time left on the clock. And Polk County have scored first, and that is pot. Points off turnovers. 3 plays after the fumble. Polk County puts the ball in the end zone. They didn't score? We're being told he didn't score. I saw this official come in from the far side with his hands in the air. Did he not? The far side official came in with his hands up. You can go back and look at the replay. That's exactly what I saw. And when the official puts his hands up, well, that's a touchdown to me. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Port Wayne's got to go all the way down backwards. Just a friendly little public service announcement here. Remember to turn your clocks up before you go to bed tonight. Spring forward, fall back. I am not a spring forward guy. So they didn't score. So now it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. He's got to be on the 1, right? But that's the second time, Dwayne, that speed of that defense makes a difference in the end of a play. Because that should have been a pick six before, and that should have been a touchdown. Now, Fort Pierce was able to keep them out of the end zone before. This one is, bumped right up next to the goal line. First and about 6 inches to get in. Now, we've seen some crazy things. Will somebody try to put the ball over? Thomas under center. They clog the middle. Turns, gives, cuts back. He's in. Touchdown. Big offensive lineman throws a punch, too. That's Marcus Brown. And with 14:56 to go here in the first half, Polk County has struck first. As Marcus Brown scores from 6 inches out to give them a 6-0 lead. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. I've not seen anybody do anything kicking-wise other than kick off. So that was a 5-play drive off the fumble. That's points off turnovers for Polk County. And pending the extra point, lead it 6-0 here on Brevard Sports Network. And they're going to go for 2 here. The back in the backfield is Streeter. He's back in. And Sean Thomas under center now. He's just going to turn and give it to Streeter. Nope. Yep. Nope. I don't know who's got it. And he gets in. I believe that's Thomas. Thomas keeps it. That was crazy. Did you see that? It should be 8-0, yeah. I'm sure they'll tell us if it's different. So a 5-play drive, a 6-inch run by Marcus Brown and Sean Thomas on the 2-point conversion. And the Rise take an 8-0 lead here. As Speedy Knowles back deep to the left, and I think that's Bernard Thomas as well back there for Fort Pierce. And set to kick off here will be Jonathan Roberson. That ball is just straight up in the air. Oh. Oh. Yeah. The ball caught by Javon Brown, and then he was decked. 14-49. So the Bengals now trailing 8-0 here, but good field position to start their first possession of the second quarter. Look, they have driven. They have made some nice plays. They have executed some big pass plays. And certainly this is not an offense that has stalled tonight. Dwayne makes a good point. Should be 12-8. I'm going to get you a headset for the next game, all right? You think you're laughing. All right, Deontay Gray. Ball's on the ground following the snap, and he just wisely just kind of falls on it. That is not a promising sign to start off the drive here. And this game is getting chippy, and the referees need to come in and make sure it doesn't get out of hand. We've never seen that before in semi-pro football, have we? That's funny. I don't care who you are. All right, once again, we want to thank Pool Boy Mafia for his sponsorship and our second quarter sponsor, Big Trouble Bail Bonds. Deontay is under center. He's got three backs. It's an offset eye, if you will. Snap. Ball's out again. And that time, they're going to call offsides first. All right, so that would explain that one. They are clogging the middle of that line, and it's working, but they were offsides that time. But that's a 5-yard gain. And it is now second down following the loss on the original fumble snap on first down. That whistle sounded like that came straight out of the Flintstones. You hear that one? All right, we got a timeout on the field. I'm going to step aside real quick for 30 seconds.
I'm Marcus May, and you're watching Bavard Sports Network.
My man. Much thanks to Marcus May. I'll tell you about an event Marcus has got coming up in Brevard County. Not that far away. In fact, it's only about an hour and 15 minutes away, and it's coming up on May the 6th. If you're a golfer, I think this is for you. 14-27 to play here in the first half. Polk County leads it 8-0. Deontay Gray now from the gun. He drops back, looks, pumps, in trouble, gets outside, still in trouble, and he just gets rid of it wisely. That's a good decision. You live to play another down. Third and about 7 now. All right, this is a big down here because you're obviously not going to go for it on your own side of the 50. So it's 3rd and 7 from the 45. Early on in this game, Deontay was able to find open receivers inside of the zone, and right now they're only playing a 2 deep. So they're back in. It's a 2 deep disguise coverage here. Gray looks to throw. He does. Wide open. Intercepted. He underthrew the ball. And turnovers once again prove to be the difference here. That's picked off by number 3. I don't have a 3 for Polk County, but that ball was 8 yards underthrown, and he had a receiver wide open behind him. And it'll be first down and 10 for Polk County. The third Fort Pierce turnover of the night, and the ball is first and 10, dead at the 50. Look, I'm Treasure Coast. Fort Pierce, me and Coach Meach. Coach Meach has hired us to come broadcast these games, but you know, I want these guys to win. But when I see something, I got to say something, and that was it right there. He underthrew the football. Wouldn't be fair. Wouldn't be doing my job as a broadcaster. First and 10. Now they back the ball up a yard. And Big Sean Thomas comes back in. And that's a nice jump off the side, but they run it up the middle, and he's still on his feet. And that's a good run on first down by Polk County. That's a gain of 8, maybe even 9. By J.J. Roberson. 2nd and 2.5, we'll call it. And one of the leaders on this team, Bernard Thomas, right now, telling them, no flags, man, no flags. Be smart. Be smart. Check that. That was Drake Gaskin out there telling them, no flags, no flags. 8-0. Polk County on top here. 13:07 to play in the first half. From the gun now, Thomas with the big back. Streeter next to him. He one step throws, incomplete. That ball was nearly picked, man. Not a smart throw there. That's a slant route, and that almost could have went for 6 the other way. Fort Pierce read that the whole way, man. 3rd and 2, 4-down territory for sure. Polk County trying to turn another turnover into points. And it's 3rd down and about 2.5 here. Near side wide receiver is Brandon Stewart with the man in the slot, Ty Eaton. Thomas from the gun with Roberson to his left. A false start on Joe Bennett. And that'll back him up 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and about 8. Why all of a sudden did it go to 4th down? Should be 3rd down. And he corrects it. So the ball is back. Still 4-down territory because it's on this side of the 50. And I think I believe that the head coach for Polk County's got to be comfortable with the way his defense is playing. They've given up a couple of big plays, but nothing on a consistent level. So it's 3rd and 7 here for Thomas and company. From the gun with Roberson in the backfield. Big tight end in motion. There's the snap. That's a nice throw. Caught, dropped, in and out of the hands of Dominique Brunson. That was a touchdown, and we got to fight. Let's see what happens here. There's surely to be ejections on this one. That was a touchdown. And I believe nicely done. I didn't see what happened. I was going to say, I believe getting thrown out for Fort Pierce is going to be Torrey Howard, and number 85, that's going to be their right tackle, Joe Bennett. So Bennett's gone, and number 64 is going to come in and take his place, Amari Ward. Thank you, Dwayne. And 30. Yeah, I was going to say somebody's got to pay the penalty here. And for Polk County, that's Joe Bennett. I'm going to say, if it's anybody for Fort Pierce, it'd have to be Torrey Howard. Sort this out. See what happens here. Look, this is aggression night. These guys work all week. They practice. You know, these guys get out here, man, and, I mean, this is their release. You get this sometimes. Yep. Howard's going back in. I think he wants to know, have I been thrown out? But, this just happens. And I'll tell you what, and I like the job the officials on the field and both sides did in getting it broke up, because I've seen a lot of semi-pro football and where something like that escalates into the game not going on. And they are to be commended, these guys. And both sidelines as well. So Torrey Howard is gone. Torrey's a good player, but they lose their right tackle. Their starting right tackle. And that's going to be a first down. Apparently the way the penalty situation worked out was in favor of Polk County, because they've got a 1st and 10 at the Fort Pierce 37. 11:32 to play when the smoke clears here, and we're ready. Sean Thomas. And you'll probably see a lot of flags moving forward here till straight up the gut, and that's a good stick. Nice job by the cornerback to come in there. Number 26 came up, the free safety of D.S. Joseph, and just stuck him. And it's 2nd down and 6, and Joseph got up, gave him a nice head slap. It was a good tackle. And coming in to help him was Willie Boston there. No, that wasn't Willie. That was the guy with no number. Willie's 53. 2nd down and 5, 5.5, 6 at the most. From the gun is Thomas. Turns, gives again. And again, straight up the middle. And again, another 3 to 4 yards. And number 34 is going to have to come off because his helmet came off. John Tucker. He's got to leave the field for a play, but I guess not. Yeah, he's got to come out for one. Yep. And going in his place is going to be R.O.B. Owens. So it's 3rd down and 2, and certainly 4-down territory here with 10:10 to go in the first half. Thomas and the rise on the drive here. He's going to keep it, design quarterback run, and that's going to be a 1st down and 10 as Thomas comes all the way out at the beginning of that as they get close to or just outside of the Big Trouble Loyalty Bail Bonds red zone. For the service you deserve and the time you need, call 772-461-5771, or you can visit Big Trouble Loyalty Bail Bonds online. It's www.bigtrouble.loyaltybonds.com. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 9:28 to go here in the first half. 8-0. Polk County on top. Thomas rolls, looks, dumps, caught, and dropped. Nice play by Thomas there. Patient, and then drops it for a gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Did not see who the ball catcher was. Actually, a gain of 7, so 2nd and 3 now. 8:56. They call it back. So Polk County gets a holding penalty there. So now it's going to be 1st and 20, and the ball is all the way back out to the 35. 8:56 to play. All right, so 4 downs to pick up 20 yards here or a touchdown with 8:56 to go. Sean Thomas in the gun. He's got 4 wide receivers. A little closer on the left, spread out on the right. Big back in the backfield. Blitz, throws, low. The back in the backfield that time was Marcus Brown, who scored the touchdown for them from about 6 inches out. He is an offensive lineman. Actually, he's listed as DO, tight end, middle linebacker, and a running back on the Rise roster. And it's 8-0 here, Polk County on top. The difference in this one, the turnovers so far in the game, 2 for the Bengals and 1 for Polk County. Polk County's first touchdown came off of a fumble, the ensuing drive, and then this is following an interception. Thomas with road balls out, and tie is always going to go to the offense, but it's going to be 2nd down, should be 3rd down now, and a trip back to Polk County for a 1st down. Got a flag here as the far side official comes in with a hanky in his hand. Sideline warning, I think. Remember to spring forward tonight before you go to bed. Turn your clocks up. So it's 3rd and 25 now for Polk County. And the defense tonight has bailed the offense out on 2 occasions. Or this could be the second occasion. The first occasion was a near pick 6 by J.J. Roberson, who went 56 yards before he was caught from behind. And Polk County could not score off of that. Actually, it's 3 turnovers for the Bengals tonight. 3 turnovers, 4 in the game. 1 for Polk County, 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. 3rd down. Thomas steps up in the pocket, throws. That ball was nearly picked off. And that'll bring up 4th down and 25. The ball just over everybody. The intended wide receiver was Neek Brunson. And he threw into quadruple coverage. And coming in with an opportunity to pick it off was Bernard Thomas. So it's 4th and 25. Now, I don't suspect we'll see a punt here. Timeout for Polk County. All right, with a timeout on the field, I'll step aside. Back in 60 seconds. Timeout up. And let's see what is on the wristband for 4th and 35. Are we going to get another timeout? Is he asking for what? Fourth and 30. I'm sorry, 4th and 30. Comment, let me know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. 4th down and 30 now. Thomas. It's a halfback pass. Throws. Caught! What a catch! And this could be a touchdown. And it is a Polk County Rise touchdown. Little trickeration from the Rise on 4th and 30, and it works. And no flags. That was a pass from Roberson to Devon Pitter for a touchdown on 4th and 30. That's what you got on the wristband for 4th and 30. Wow, what a play. Wow. Unbelievable.
Let's go, defense. Nice little slip. Let's go, baby. Come on. Keep your head up. Come on. Let's go, man.
so many opportunities that you have that you just can't. You know, the defense with their backs up against the wall for 3 turnovers here in this first 4 turnovers here. 3, actually. And he is in for 2 more. And Wissier got it. Yeah, he's in, right? Yep. So with 7:42 to play in the first half, Polk County has stormed out off of 2 turnovers to a 16-0 lead. So if it is to be, it will be via the comeback tonight for Fort Pierce as they trail it 16-0. That last play, 4th and 30. And Roberson to Pitter, officially 42 yards on the halfback pass. So we'll see Fort Pierce. Speedy Knowles back deep, as is Bernard Thomas. And the man that threw the touchdown pass will kick it off. And this is going to be Speedy Knowles with it from the 15 out across the 30. Knowles still on his feet, cuts back again, and he loses 5. 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Fort Pierce at the 30 with 7:31 to play in the opening half. Sorry, man, our signal's dipping in and out. Hopefully yours is okay. First and 10 at the 30 now for Deontay Gray and this Treasure Coast or Fort Pierce offense. And Deontay with a nice scramble picks up 7-6, 2nd and 4. They need a drive. They need a score. They need points on the board. You're right, Dwayne, and that's the thing that kills them is because they're not only down, but they're down 2 8-point possessions. So execution is critical here. 2nd down and 4 for Gray in the offense. Across the middle. And that's a catchable ball. That is a catchable ball. Was he? Referee was in the way. So maybe altered it a bit there. He goes back and tells him, that's on me, that's on me. Thomas Fulton, I believe. 6:49. Third down and 4. Gray. And incomplete, 4th and 4. So following the score, stop the clock, yep, on an incomplete pass. There's that old-time whistle again. That's funny. That whistle sound, I swear it sounds like something out of the Flintstones. Yeah. Sounds like, feels like the ball inside that thing's probably like a big cork. 4th and 4, and the punt team comes on. So following the touchdown, they go 3 and out, and that is certainly not what Big Meech had in mind for his offense coming back out. I'm losing the signal on my iPad. I hope it's okay where you are. Rise Up says, let's go Rise. Flag flies 40 feet in the air. Delay a game. And that'll back them up 5 more yards. And back deep is number 15, Dominic Walker. I'm sorry, that's for Fort Pierce. Again, I don't have a 15, so Rise Up. If you know who number 15 is for Polk County, let me know. Love to give the man his props. 4th and 9 now following the 5-yard delay of game penalty as Michael James is set to punt. Oh, nearly got it. What a punt. My goodness gracious, what a punt. And my, did they ever need it? '67-yard punt by Michael James pins Polk County down at their own 5. The play of the night thus far for Fort Pierce, a 67-yard punt. As they said in Christmas Vacation, Cousin Eddie, that's a beaut, Clark. My goodness. So with 6:11 to go in the half, the Rise first and 90. Ball actually went out at the 9. So 1st and 91 for quarterback Sean Thomas. My goodness, what a punt. Special teams, the third phase of the game nobody ever talks about, but is so important. Thomas from the gun. It's a team that loves to run the football. Coach Big Meech told us prior to the game this was strength on strength tonight. And the ball carrier is Ronnie Nellums. That's his first carry of the night. And he picks up 1, if that. 2nd and 9, 9.5. Flag down, though. You know, you can only push them back so far. It's going to be half the distance on a hold. So it's going to be 1st and 15 now. They'll replay first down. Well, yeah, I should say if they took the penalty, then it stays first down, and he flips it back. So it's first down and 15 now for Polk County. 6:01 to play in the first half. Polk County scores. 6-inch run by Marcus Brown following a fumble by Fort Pierce. And we'll tell you about the other score here in just a second. Another handoff straight up the middle. Big man in through there. Number 25, Roberson, picks up about 7 or 8, and it'll be 2nd and 7. And the second score on a halfback pass as J.J. Roberson finds Devon Pitter for 46 yards. Both conversions, 2 points, both good. And Polk County on top, 16-0. .5:13 and running here, 2nd and 7 for the Rise. Showing blitz up the middle, 1 man deep. Oh, my goodness, and the blitz was a beaut. Big man got in there that time. I believe that was Willie Boston again. Number 53 gets in there and clogs it up, makes the tackle, 3rd and 10 for Polk County. So how valuable could that punt be by Michael James if Fort Pierce can hold here on 3rd and 10? Rise Up says Polk County stand up. Battle of 2 4-win teams, 4-1 and for the Bengals and 4-0 for Polk County. They are unbeaten. They've played well tonight, but they've been opportunistic in taking advantage of what's been given to them, and that ball is overthrown, and it's going to be 4th down, and the clock will stop with 3:53 to play in the first half, and Thomas just threw that one up, hoping the intended receiver, Brandon Stewart, would run underneath of it. So now, I think here you just send the house. Dwayne, what do you think? Send them all. I wouldn't even put anybody back deep. I'd send all 11 right here, looking for a momentum changer. Yep, that's what I think. Back deep is going to be Harold Miller. Yeah, I'd put everybody on that line of scrimmage, and I would go. Rare you would see 2 50-plus yard punts in the same semi-pro game, right? I mean, kicker, the punter's number 15, whom I don't have on my roster, so my apologies. But and first of all, he is not back. I would be standing, if I were him, I'd be standing on that end line. He is not. He is only about 8 yards back, 6 yards back, if that. And they do not have a rush on. They have the return set up, and he launches one right to him. Let's see what can happen. At the 30. Oh, what a block. My goodness, did you see the block? Cuts it back. Holy smokes, did you see that block? That wasn't blindside. That was a great block. Good punt right at him. Didn't give his coverage team nowhere to go. My God, what a block. And a great return by Harold Miller. And they are inside the Big Trouble Loyalty Bail Bonds red zone. 1st and 10 at the 15. And I can't help but go back to the punt by Michael James that set all of this up. Yeah. What a block. I don't know the name of the truck that threw it, but that was quite a block. Deontay Gray. Ball's out. Oh, my goodness gracious. First play, fourth turnover, fumbled. Polk County recovers. Wow. Wow. That is the fourth turnover of the first half. 3 fumbles, 2 fumbles, and 2 interceptions. And all momentum, Dwayne, gone. Yep.
They got more turnovers than a pancake tonight.
I like that one. All right, Polk County 1st and 10 now with 3:29. I would imagine we wouldn't see anything dangerous here. You don't want to turn it back over. And they don't. They just give a straight handoff to Roberson, and he gets up to the 22. Second down now, and 3:13 to play. Yeah, I think they're comfortable just to get out of here with the 16-0 first half lead. I mean, if you can put one on the board, certainly do it, but you don't want to take any chances trying to add points here. And that's offsides, and that'll be 2nd and 3. I didn't see any flags or whistles blow, but, I mean, how can that not be encroachment? The frustration level setting in a little bit here for the Bengals here as we approach the end of the second half. And I certainly understand it on the defensive side of the equation. You've had 5 possessions on offense in the first half and 4 turnovers, 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions. And so as a defense, you're asking for a little help. But there's still 32 minutes, and 33 seconds to play. Sean Thomas, quarterback. Turns, quick give, up the gut, and still on his feet is Roberson, and he is out to the 40. And that is a big-time first down. And they're just going to run it up the gut. We're going to stop at the 2-minute warning, because we play NFL rules. That's a power run right there, Dwayne. I mean, that's just part the Red Sea and let him go. .220, so I'm not sure they'll even get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. 16-0, Polk County on top. Every time I say the name Polk County, I think of that Elvis song, Polk Salad Annie. Quarterback scrambles and out of bounds, but clock will stop, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And as we hit the 2-minute warning, 1:46 to play in the first half. Did the officials acknowledge the 2-minute warning here? We'll see. They may just elect to play 2nd and 1, so he stepped out of bounds. 2-minute warning. Here it comes. 2-minute warning with 1:46 to play. Back with the rest of the first half in a moment. All right, 1:46 to play. Timeout or 2-minute warning over. And second and an inch, if that, for the Rise. They give the big 55, and he could just fall forward and pick up an inch. That is Marcus Brown with a first down. So no reason to stop the clock now. Just let the clock run out, go in the dressing room. Just keep them out. Just keep them out of the end zone. 90 seconds to play in the first half. And this time the big man is rocked in the backfield. Nice play. And the defense is playing. I mean, you can't ask for no more from them tonight. That's Darren Thomas, the big DT that gets in there, goes mano-a-mano with Brown. I would be willing to bet that's a couple of 300-pounders meeting head-to-head. As Roberson checks back in after the loss of 4, 2nd and 14 for Polk County. Throwing a ball. What a play. Smart play. He was looking to pitch it. Again, 15 is the recipient. No name for him. 47.7 seconds, and now they go hurry up here, thinking they may have a shot to put one in. It was at this point here on their last drive that they did the little halfback pass from Roberson to Thomas for 6. It turned into 8 following the 2-point. And a quick give to Roberson. He scoots outside, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down by Chandravius O'Neal, the cornerback, on the play, but not before he picks up at least 8 more. And Polk County says, you know what? We got a timeout. We want it. And they'll take it with 22 and a half seconds to play in the first half. Wow. Don't know what's interfering with the signal because I got full bars and 5G plugged in and everything else. So I don't know. Cannot tell you. If you follow Brevard Sports Network, coming up this week, it's spring break in Brevard County. So we've got scheduled interviews and guests all week. Tuesday, we got Sports Talk radio show host Damon Amendolara from CBS Sports on. Talked to Damon for about 45 minutes. We're going to do, tomorrow night, we're going to do our newly released premiere show called Mouthing Off Sports Talk, PG show. We're going to talk everything NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, and anything else pertinent in the world of sports. That premieres tomorrow night, 7:30 right here with yours truly, Matt Lawson and Jackson Robb here on the Brevard Sports Network. First and 10, 22 and a half seconds to play. Quick give again up the gut. And just, my goodness. And that time they do strip it and they do get it. But, I mean, there's 14 seconds to play. So they create a turnover after a good run there by J.J. Roberson, but I don't know with 14 seconds left and 70 yards of field to cover, unless you hit the Madden button where you send everybody, and the Madden trick button, maybe get a cheat code or something. Dwayne, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say this. I think I just take this to the locker room. I don't think I even try to throw the football here. One play, go to the locker room here. You're on your side of the 30. Get out of here. But again, that's why I'm up here in the booth. I'm not a coach. I played the sport for a while. Played it at this particular level here, quarterback, back in my younger days. And we're going to get a timeout on the field here. Big Meech and the OC want to talk about this with the offense here. And, again, I don't know what there's to talk about. I just think I would not try to risk anything here unless you are absolutely positive you have a play that you know will work. I get it. You need to make something happen, but you still got 30 minutes of football left to do that. And I think if you hang on to the football in the second half, you can move the ball on these guys. They've proved that already. They can throw the ball. That soft zone that Polk County played early on in that first quarter, Deontay Gray found some open receivers in it and made some big plays. So here we go, first and 71 with 14 seconds to go in the first half. Gray drops back, looks, hauls deep. That's caught. Nice play. And that will take us to the end of the first half. Maybe, yes, no. That's it. Official's got the hand over his head. We've reached halftime. We'll see you in 15, I think 17, 20. I don't know how long it is, but we'll see you back here shortly with your halftime score. The Polk County Rise, 16. The Fort Pierce Bengals, nothing. All right, welcome back. Third quarter will be brought to you by Pool Boy Mafia. Service, installation, repair, hashtag Pool Boy Mafia. Call Danny today. Check out his work on Facebook using the hashtag Pool Boy Mafia. We are ready just about here for second half kickoff. And the difference in this one, 4 first half turnovers by the Fort Pierce Bengals. And 2 of those turnovers have turned into 16 Polk County points. As we get set for the second half here, and the Bengals will be kicking off to Polk County. Back deep is Dominique Brunson. Here we go. That's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be an illegal procedure penalty and be 1st and 10 for Polk County here as we start the third quarter. And our other game tonight here on Brevard Sports Network, if you're looking for it, it is over in the third quarter as the Space Coast or East Coast Sharks with a 7-6 win, I believe it'll be a win, over the Northeast Outlaws. The game ended in the third quarter. An unfortunate incident that sometimes we see at the semi-pro level. A fight. Bad one. So if you're interested in seeing how that went, go back to the broadcast here on Brevard Sports Network and just fast forward to the end of the stream and you'll see it. You'll see it. But this one here, 1st and 10. This one's been chippy, but the referees have done an outstanding job at keeping order. And, again, you see these things at this level, but there is no reason for what you'll see at the end of that one. That was just unbelievably out of control, and there was nothing the referees could do there. That's just bad discipline. 1st and 10 now as Sean Thomas, quarterback, good first half. Not great with completion percentage, but didn't really need to be. His running game started to click there at the end as the interior defensive line wore down a little bit. There are 10 men in the box here. Now 8. Nice cut. Still on his feet. They're happy about the tackle, but he picked up 11 yards. And that's a good run there. We got a penalty? No penalty. J.J. Roberson's had him a night. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. Not even that. From the Bengal 49. This is going to be the quarterback keeping it, and he's going to have the first down and out of bounds. And right now, they are running the football at will. Yeah, they got 10 guys in the box. Got to have a balance. 1st and 10 now, and in 2 plays to start the third quarter, the ball is quickly on the Bengals 45. Polk County with a 16-0 lead here. Thomas now with Rocky Berry next to him. And the give is to Berry. Berry 2 hands on the ball. He's going to He's just going to lean into that defensive front. Actually checked that. That is going to be Streeter. And he picks up 4, and it'll be 2nd and 6. I said it earlier. I'll say it again. 4 times 3 is 12. You'll take it all day. 14 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Great crowd on hand. Coach Meach wanted me to make sure I show the crowd, but I can't because of the camera angle. So, Coach Meach, I apologize about that. So they back the ball up once, and that's 2nd and 7 for Thomas and this Polk County Rise offense. Looks to throw, does wide open across the middle on a quick slant all the way down. Still on his feet. Nice quick slant to Brandon Hernandez. And I'm going to tell you what, he didn't even throw it. He pushed it. Just shot it. He putted it to him across the middle. But it works. And they are all of a sudden inside the Pool Boy Mafia red zone. Hey, I don't care how you pick up 27 yards on a flag-free play. And now it's 1st and 10, 1st and goal at the 10, the worst kind of 1st and goal situation, actually. So they've got 4 downs to pick up 10 yards. They cannot get a first down, and this is an outstanding opening drive to start the third quarter for the Polk County Rise. And the back in the backfield now is J.J. Roberson. Thomas gives to Roberson, and I don't know what that kind of tackle that was. Roberson still on his feet. What a second, third, and fourth effort by Roberson. The Bengals had him for a loss of 4 in the backfield, and somehow he broke about 4 or 5 tackles. Now, he didn't pick up much, but he didn't lose the 4 yards he could have. And it's 2nd and goal from the 8. Outstanding effort from J.J. Roberson. 11:50 to play in the third. And Thomas brings the play back in. Devin Hernandez with a couple of catches tonight. One of them called back via penalty. 16-0. 2nd and goal from the 8 inside the Pool Boy Mafia red zone. Hashtag Pool Boy Mafia. Give Danny a call for all of your in-ground, above-ground pool needs. Anything related to a pool, Danny's your man. Why not give it to Roberson again? And this time, that's a good job. That's a textbook tackle. Grab him by the legs and tackle him. And much needed there. And I believe the man that did that was Javon Brown coming up from the cornerback position on a run blitz, it looked like. 3rd and goal from the 5. That was a nice timed run blitz there. I'd watch for the slant again. I certainly would. Slot receiver is Brandon Stewart, the running back. The back in the backfield is the big guy, number 55, Marcus Brown. Blitz, all-out blitz, throws, corner, and great defensive play back there. Good D. That's a good play because that was a well-thrown football. And the DB back there on that play was Tommy Mitchell. And that'll bring up 4th and goal from the 5. So the Rise tonight have scored on 4th and 30. So here they have just 4th and 5, but a much shorter field, which makes these 1st and goal to go situations from the 10, as I alluded to earlier, the worst kind. Brown still in the backfield with Thomas. 4 wide receivers. Hernandez in the slot. Keep your eye on him on the right. Looks, fires, throws, caught. That one's caught. Nope, out of the hands, and that should have been caught. That ball went through the hands of the intended wide receiver. He didn't touch it, and into the hands of the guy that had the best shot at it, who's still laying on the ground, number 15, and he should have had the touch. Yeah, that was a well-thrown football. So the Bengals now, the defense does their job again, and they hold. They've had a good night defensively. And they'll open up the third quarter with Deontay Gray at quarterback. 1st and 10 from the 5, their own 5. The Bengals in black with the white pants. The Rise in white with the black pants. Gray turns, gives. Nice run up the middle. Good run on first down. Forward progress will be a gain of about 3, 3.5, maybe 4. Got a timeout. It's getting a little chippy. 2nd and 7. Trash talking going on out there right now. The main culprit is Adrian McClellan, the linebacker. So wind the clock, and here we go. 9:56 to play in the third. 16-0 Polk County. 2nd and 7 for Gray in the offense. Deontay Gray throws, cross the middle, nice. Nice throw, nice play. I don't see any flags. Nice pitch and catch. And the receiver there was Javon Brown. And that's a first down. The ball all the way out to the 34. Nice play. And much needed by Fort Pierce. 1st and 10 at the 34. Cameron Webb split wide right near side. Brown in the slot. He just made the good catch and run. Got some yak on that. Gray looks to throw again. Deep. Wide open. Caught. And this is a touchdown for the TC Fort Pierce Bengals. Wide open, beautiful pitch and catch. And the touchdown scored by Cam Webb. Yeah, man. He did. It was underthrown, and Webb got it. So the Bengals with a much-needed touchdown. "69 yards from Gray to Webb. And they're going to go for 2. They need it. Gray throws, caught, intercepted. They can return it for 2. And he will. He's gone. He gone. Oh, they got him. What a play. What a play. A great play by Speedy Knowles, and they don't call him Speedy for nothing. Speedy Knowles just saved 2 points. Speedy Knowles Yes, the 69-yard touchdown is huge. But Speedy Knowles just saved 2 points. Never gave up on the play. And it's the 2-point conversion fails. That's big. And it's 16-6 now. But the Bengals got to feel like they have some life here. They still trail by 2 scores. But they are on the scoreboard. On the 69-yard touchdown from Deontay Gray to Cameron Webb. Sorry about that, but that touchdown, that play occurred on a part of the field where we get all kinds of interference with the camera, so not much there we could do. First possession of the third quarter is a big one. And that's a good kick there. Will it stay in bounds? Takes a bounce for the Bengals, picked up at the 15. And we got a game going on now, folks. Little life into this crowd here at Khalil Mack Field. And you got to think if you're Polk County now, no longer do you feel like, Dwayne, you're in cruise control anymore. Because the Bengals have been making those. Listen, that's not the first big pass play of the night turned in by Deontay Gray and that Bengal offense. I would too. I would keep the ball in the air. Yeah, I mean, Polk County's got the size edge, but as Fort Pierce has demonstrated tonight on several occasions, they've got the speed. And speed kills. And that's how you counter size. 7-22. And Sean Thomas brings them back out. And Roberson. And that defense is fired up. Big stop there. Not much. Maybe 2. And the tackle made by John Tucker. 2nd and 8. The momentum has clearly shifted. Following the 69-yard Gray to Webb touchdown. .6:23 to play in a fast-moving third. And the Bengals have cut into a 16-point deficit. Offside. No, that's false start. Wide receiver. That's got to be against the Polk County offense. See what the white hat says here. I don't know. I'd be pointing at each other. Yeah, it might be against the defense. They're going to call encroachment. So, and that's the thing that they can't do. You make a big stop on first down on the big back, and you give them 5 on encroachment. You got to be better disciplined. 2nd down and 4 now. So it goes from 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 3.5, 4. Referee says wind the clock, and my man Dwayne does just that here in the Pool Boy Mafia third quarter. 5:55 to play. Sean Thomas with Roberson in the backfield. Wide receiver split equally, doubles to each side. Turns, going to keep it, but this is coming back. It's coming back. I believe we're going to get an illegal shift or a false start, some sort of a motion penalty here. The flag was thrown immediately at the start of the play, and that's always on the wide receiver. And that will indeed come back, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 again. So take a deep breath if you're the Bengals defense here and make another big play. Shake it off and make another big play. That was an outstanding play by Thomas. Great fake and a great run. It says 3rd down, but it should still be 2nd. And the chain gang guy makes the adjustment. 2nd down now and back to the original 8 following the stop on 1st down of Roberson by Tucker. They may try the same play again, other side. There are 10 men, all 11 guys in the box. And it works to a degree, but you got to be careful doing that with 5 minutes to play in the third. You see that? All 11 in the box. No, that's taking quite a gamble. You got an audible. You, as a quarterback, you walk up to the line of scrimmage and see that. If you got an audible in your lineup, you got to make it there. I'm going back to that slant to Hernandez, yeah. And again, all 11 guys are in the box. The only person back deep. The only person back deep are the officials. They got to run here. They see it. They throw. Caught. He drops it. Touchdown. Polk County on 3rd down and 5. Sean Thomas dropped a beaut in the Dominique Brunson, and in the blink of an eye, it's 22-6 on the 60-yard touchdown. Man, did he drop that in. What a throw. You couldn't, I mean, the coverage was there. Coverage was there. It was the pass that scored that touchdown. What a beaut from Thomas to Brunson. Step for step with him. When you need to make a play, that's what you call making a play. Not a thing. The only thing I would say is maybe get your arms up, but that'll take a split second off your step. And they're going to go for 2 here. That's the play that they ran. And a flag flies for holding. Yes, indeed, and holding on the outside. So they're going to back them up to the 12. So it'll be the extra point try now will come from the 12-yard line. So Polk County answers the 69-yard touchdown from Greta Webb with a 60-yard strike of their own. And with 5:12 to play pending the extra point, they lead it 22-16. That play has worked twice to perfection. I might get another lead blocker in there, though, because both times they've committed penalties. First time a motion penalty, second time a hold. Hernandez in the slot near side. Brown in the backfield. Thomas looks, fires, throws it off the back of the linebacker. So with 5:12 to play here in the third quarter, the Polk County Rise have answered with a beautiful scoring play of their own and now lead it 22-6. Once again, Pool Boy Mafia, our third quarter sponsors here tonight. Service, installation, and repair, in-ground, above ground. If it has anything to do with a pool, Danny's your man. You can give him a call at 386-523-8162 or check his work out on Facebook using the hashtag Pool Boy Mafia. And let's see if the Bengals can now answer back. Speedy Knowles and Bernard Thomas back deep. Great crowd on hand here tonight at Khalil Mack Field. And again, I'd like to be able to show them to you, but I can't. You can't see, much like that touchdown pass from Gray to Webb. Get a little obstruction towards the stands. If you can't see the corners of the end zone, you certainly aren't going to be able to see the bleachers. Yeah? What's Khalil up to these days? Is that where he's at? I know he donated $500,000 to this facility. Ball placed at the 35 for the kickoff here. Number 15 to do it. Again, I don't have the man's name, so my apologies to him. And I don't know what that is, but that's a live ball picked up. Wow, that was strange. The intentional kick. That nearly turned into a Polk County turnover. And here comes the Bengals offense, and they got to feel pretty good after their last drive. A 69-yard touchdown pass from Deontay Gray to Cam Webb, and I'd go right back to it. I'd give it another shot right here. I would. I just would. 4:35 to play in the third. Can't you see? Oh, you can. It's just my clock is in the way. 1st and 10 now. New back end and a little bit of speed there. That's Ranchavis Sears on the carry. And Sears picks up 6 quick ones. Sears now to the left of Gray. One wide receiver. Man coverage. Gray's going to roll this way. Pushed out of bounds into the fence. He gets off the sidelines. J.J. Roberson, not unscathed, though, I might add. He caught a word or two on his way back for pushing the quarterback. And it's 3rd down and a short one now, and I just give it, if you're going to run it, you just need to turn around and give it back to Sears, who gashed his way through. Play action, throws, and right into the dirt. 4th and a yard now. I think I'd have had to go get the first down, Dwayne. Give myself 4 downs here. 4th and a yard. Now you got to pick it up. Or you've gone 3 and out with excellent field position. Let's see what they do here. .325, the incomplete pass will stop the clock. Cam Ward is again split wide right and again singled up on Brunson. And that time, good job. Did he get it? Yeah, he got it. Sears picks it up. 1st and 10 now. Barely, though. Not as much as I thought he got it, but he got it. Oh, wow. They're going to measure this. Holy smokes. They're going to measure. They're going to have to measure. If they got it by the nose of the football. Here comes the chains. Well, they're going to pull that, and I think they got it. They did. They got it by 3/4 length of the football. 1st down. Oof. Again, that was a little closer than I thought it was. 3:20 to play here. 1st down, says the referee. Wind the clock. 3:20 and running here in the 3rd. 22-6. Deontay Gray. Nice hole there. Good block. Still on his feet. Good truck move. And inside the red zone. And what a great run that was by Storka Smith. Storcha all the way down to the 15-yard line inside the Pool Boy Mafia red zone. He turned sideways and trucked somebody straight to the ground. They kept on going. 1st and 10 for the Bengals at the 15. And the PA guy reiterates, you just got ran over. And he does it again. Deontay Gray. Looking, in trouble. Throws last minute. And thank goodness that he didn't put a little more on that one. And the pressure applied off the corner there by Sylvian Silvera. 2nd and 10. I thought, I just thought he just needed to get rid of it a little quicker. He's still telling number 15 he got ran over. That was a good run by Storcha. 2nd and 10 now for Deontay. Gray drops, looks, fires, lofts one into the end zone, and that one into the Treasure Coast Knight, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Boy, they got to get points here, Dwayne. They got to get points here. 2:06 to play in the 3rd. The clock stops with the incomplete pass. I've not seen the short passing game tonight be very effective. It's all been long, so if the short passing game's going to work, right here's the time. Oh, no. Ball is snapped over the head all the way back to the 35. Miscues, mistakes, and turnovers continue to haunt the Bengals tonight. And it'll be 4th down. Fourth and 30 now for Fort Pierce. They got a field goal kicker. Now would be a good time for him. That would be 35-45. That's a 52-yarder. I don't know about that. If he can kick, yeah, if he can kick a 52-yarder, he'd be somewhere on Sundays. All right, 4th down. But now it opens up the long passing game. Gray rolls, fires, and incomplete. And the pressure again applied, that time coming off the edge over there by Sylvian Silvera. And that's a turnover on downs. And a promising drive ends abruptly with 1:53 to play in the third quarter. If I'm Polk County, I think I'd take another shot just like they just did. Sean Thomas leads them back out onto the field. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line here. 1:53 to play in the third.
You ever heard the name Donald DeLahaye?
Yeah.
I happen to know the guy that trained him when he was in high school.
Who's that? I knew. That's why I asked. I knew you was going to say you. What'd you do with him? Speed? Agility?
No, I did some weight room stuff with him.
Got you.
When I went to PSL, I noticed when he was in 10th grade, he was just sitting around in his golf cart.
How's he doing now?
He's living in California making videos.
Good. Well, if he's living in California, he's making money. It ain't cheap.
I tried to talk him into not leaving college.
But he did.
Freshman year, he was on the.
Look at this run. Good run. Oh, my goodness. That is a way late hit. I don't know how there's no flag on that. I mean, that hit came about 2 yards out of bounds. It hit the fence, yeah. But the run by Roberson is a good one. And it's 1st and 10 at the 40 of the Bengals. And I would think a score here would all but ice this thing. I'm not saying they don't have capability to come back.
No, they put it at the 50. He went out of bounds.
Went out of bounds. No, that gave him a penalty. I'd like to know what this penalty is here. What on God's green earth has happened here? They're going to talk to the PA guy. And I think they're going to ask him to cool it. Can't incite. He's funny, though. I'll give him that. He is funny. He's a nice guy, too. He's just getting into the game. He's a fan on the PA. Now he's saying control, control. Now they put it back on a 45. So it's 1st and 10 at the 45. (22-6), and the clock running now. And here we go. Final. And the ball carrier is Shantavius Streeter. And it's starting to get a little thick with the tension, isn't it? But the referees have done a good job tonight. They really have. I told them at halftime. They've done a good job tonight. 2nd and 8. .110 to go in the third. Looking to throw. Again. Oh, that was a little early, but good coverage. When it's not pass interference, it's great coverage, and that was great coverage because that was perfectly thrown again. And that time he got his hands up, I believe. Yeah. I believe it looks like number 2 out there, Harold Miller, was on that coverage. 54.1 seconds in third down. Another good throw, though, there. 3rd down and 8 now. 4 down territory, I would think. Across the middle, caught by the big tight end Hernandez again. And again, you can lavish at the tackle, but that's a nice play and a 1st down. And that will likely be the final play of, and again, another shot put pass, if you will, to Brandon Hernandez, his 4th catch of the night. 20 seconds to go. This will be the final play of the 3rd quarter, 1st and 10. Ball just outside the Pool Boy Mafia red zone. You may try to let the clock run out if they got 5 seconds left. And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter with your score. Polk County 22. Fort Pierce 6. I'll change the quarter here in just a second. 4th quarter, first play of the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. They say wind the clock. Big man Brown up the middle. Trying to strip him of the ball. Second and 7 now for the Rise, who lead this thing and are in no hurry. 22-6. The back in the backfield this time is Roberson. He's had a good night. Play action, throws in the corner, caught, touchdown. Polk County, what a catch. The throw was behind the wide receiver, and he just turned and it dropped right in. Yeah, an unintentional back shoulder fade, in my opinion, but it looked good, and it counts. And it's 28-6. What a play. Another great throw from Sean Thomas. And Polk County right now, the number 15, and again, I don't have the man's name, but Polk County pulling away here. Second play of the 4th quarter. They are 2 for 3 on the 2-point conversions tonight. The DB wanted a offensive pass interference penalty there, but no, that was not. And he's going to get thrown out. He's gone. He's gone. And there's another flag. He's upset. And here comes Big Meech. Uh-oh, this could get ugly right here. And here we go. And flags fly. And the player that's upset for Fort Pierce is Sandravius O'Neal. Yeah. And O'Neal was thrown out. Yeah, I think he wants back at him again. He is upset. I'm not going to show you. And doing a good job calming him down is Harold Miller. And we had all kinds of flags fly there. All right, we'll see what happens here. While we wait for this to get separated out, waiting on the 2-point conversion try. Yeah, he sure did. That's a half the distance penalty, 1 point, yeah. And I would think we get any more incidents like this. Yeah. And I would think, Dwayne, if we get anything like this again, that'll end it. I think O'Neal was the cornerback in the coverage on the touchdown too. And I think he's frustrated. I get it. Look, he had great coverage on both of them. He just, the throws were just better than the coverage. And that happens. He's got nothing to hang his head about. He was step for step with the receiver in both occasions. But Sean Thomas beat him. Yeah, back shoulder fade. Yeah, it was beaut. And then the one down the sidelines was nothing he could do on that. But it's a frustration level. And as we've discussed earlier, these guys work all week, wives, girlfriends, kids. You know, it builds up and builds up and builds up. And this is their release. And sometimes it just doesn't always come out as when they look back, I'm sure they're happy with. And for some reason, this ball's being walked backwards. Yeah. Walk backwards, go forwards. And they'll put it back down. So penalties will offset. And now Polk County's upset with the officiating crew because I think they lost a player too. Yeah. I was thinking, I don't know that with a 22-point lead and 13 minutes to go, I would risk.
There's no chance that they're coming back. Their offense is not clicking tonight.
And to further, these guys are riled up right now, both sides. So we'll see what comes of it. Checking into the game is, I think that's Thomas Fulton that checked in. And here comes Harold Miller in. Harold was the calming influence. Yeah. And that's it. And I think that's what Polk County's upset about. Why are we picking up 15 here? Now, I didn't see what happened after that. I don't know if anybody threw any punches. I don't, Here we go for what ultimately is a 2-point try. I want to thank Big Trouble Loyalty Bail Bonds. They are our fourth quarter sponsor. We'll get their bottom banner up here in just a second. And we're ready for a 2-point try from what looks to be the 18-yard line. Number 15 with the touchdown. Again, I don't have his name. Sean Thomas, the quarterback tonight. 3 outstanding touchdown passes. Nobody in the backfield. 5 wide receivers. They're actually missing a guy. I was going to say they're missing a receiver. And that's going to be a false start. I'm looking over here for the 5th receiver, and I didn't see him. In fact, they might be missing 2 guys. Score is 28-6. We'll get it fixed after the 2-point try here. Public service announcement for you. Don't forget to spring forward tonight. Move your clocks ahead before you put your head on the pillow to go to sleep. Coming up next week for Polk County, it'll be the Centurions. And for Fort Pierce, it's going to be at the Bulls. We'll get you a location and all that coming up. All right, now they've got it in motion. Now we got it back in the backfield. Rolls, throws, caught. I think he got in, didn't he? He does not get in. Man, he was as close could be on that. But he does not get in. They needed 18 yards. They got 17 yards and 3/4 inches. And it is 28-6 now. Once again, Big Trouble Loyalty Bail Bonds, family-owned and insured. At Big Trouble, there is no trouble too big, and their loyalty to you, the customer, is never too small. 24/7 service. They are there to help you and your loved one go through the entire process and get released quickly. For the service you deserve and the time you need it, call 772-461-5771 or visit online at www.bigtrouble.loyaltybonds.com. Big Trouble Loyalty Bail Bonds is also located at 800 Virginia Avenue, Suite 9, right here in beautiful downtown Fort Pierce. Speedy Knowles and Bernard Thomas will go back deep as Polk County looks to kick off here with 13-19 to play in the game and a 22-point lead. And unless we see something from this Bengals offense here, I can't imagine it's going to be any different moving forward here. as Roberson, who has done more than his fair share tonight for Polk County, will kick off again. Last time he unintentionally onside kicked it, and he'll just step right into this and lay it down, and little miscommunication there, and this could be trouble. And a good tackle, open field, but a great run back there by Tommy Mitchell. And I think I might have to give Mitchell a shot to return some future kicks. Boy, we got a flag down here. Not sure what that's about. Yep, this could be 2-hour fourth quarter. Patrick Dusenard there, number 38, coming off the field. And the flag I think it's is it or isn't it? They're going to walk something off here, it looks like. It's against Polk County. It's going to be an interesting snap here coming up. So whatever that penalty was, it'll break it 1st and 10 from the 31 or 32 with 11:40 to play in the game. All right, here we go. Sears is brought down on the play by Antonio Washington. And he loses a yard, so it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Bengals offense. Deontay Gray looks, throws across the middle, and incomplete. 3rd and 11. And the incomplete pass will stop the clock with 10:52 to play in the game. Third and 11. Gray. Sears with a chip block there. Nice job. Gray's going to try to run for the 1st down. He's going to be close. And it's going to be 4th down and a yard. So here we go again on 4th and a yard. Nice decision by Gray to tuck and run. 4th and a solid yard here from the gun. Gray with, that's a first down and a few more. Storcha Smith picks it up. 1st and 10 inside the Big Trouble Loyalty Bail Bonds red zone. Got an injured player down on the field. Face down. That we won't show you. He's up. So the big guy's up. They stopped the clock for him, so he's got to come out. He's got to come out for a play. That's the rule. They stopped the clock for him. The referee says, wind it, and they'll let him stay in. Okay. .9:45 and running. Cam Ward split wide right. Cam Webb split wide right. Gray turns, hands off to Storcha. Smith still on his feet. Good run by Storcha Smith. And bodies are flying. And we're going to get a holding penalty against the defense, so they'll tack more yards onto that. 9 minutes and 13 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and goal from what I can only imagine will be about the 2 following the penalty. Either a face mask or a hold on the defense. Doesn't matter. .28-6, Polk County on top, 8:40 to go. Looks like we got a different guy at quarterback here. It's Tommy Mitchell. Mitchell gives the Storcha Smith. Smith cuts back into the end zone for a Fort Pierce touchdown. Storcha Smith, and with 8:14 to go, the Bengals have cut the lead to 28-12. Yeah, it is. See why. It's offsides. Decline. Touchdown. Storcha Smith. Nice run by Storcha. And the conversion attempt coming. With 8:14 to go. Nice run by Storcha. Banged up earlier this season. Working his way back into the rotation in that backfield and turns in a touchdown here tonight. 28-12. They can cut the lead to 14 if they can get the 2 here. And I would expect to see an onside kick. And Tommy Mitchell stays at the quarterback position here. Flag flies, just going on the offense. And he gets in for 2. Let's check the flag. Whistle still blowing. Let's see what the flag is. It's got to be against Polk County if they coming off the field. So did he get in? There's a flag. Yeah, the point is good. So the Bengals. cut it to 28-14 here. And I would think we're going to see an onside kick.
Why not, right? Yeah, why not? 8 minutes in the ball game.
All right, ball's teed up. And I do see the hands team up front. There's Hernandez, the big tight end. Also up there, number 22 is Ronnie Nellums. He's a linebacker and a running back. Number 45 is also up there. That's Sergio Munez. He's a running back. So I'd say that's probably some semblance of the hands team for them. Also on the far side, number 9, Sequoia Aiken. And let's see what big Michael James does here. James a big guy, isn't he? He just lets it go deep. And fielded at the 15. And a flag flies. And that'll come back 15 yards to Devon Pitter. Devon Pitter with the return. 8:07 to play, and Polk County now. You know, scenario here, if the Bengals can make them go 3 and out, get the ball back and maybe score again, we got us a game. But my concern to this point, Dwayne, would be the interior of that defensive line and how fresh they are. Because, yeah, 10 in the box is a dangerous thing right here. You know, a turnover here, not out of the realm of possibility. Great job by the Bengals in the second half to adjust to that. You see what happens when they don't turn the ball over. They can put points on the board. So 28-14 is our score. It's a 2-touchdown game. 8:07 to play. And Polk County either looking for another score or a time-consuming drive. The thing they do not want is a 3 and out, and that's the thing the Fort Pierce Bengals are going to try to force upon them. My biggest concern right now is Sean Thomas is throwing darts, and it's a give straight up the middle. And the ball carrier is J.J. Roberson. He picks up 4 easy ones there, and it's 2nd and 6. Three first downs on this drive would make it tough. That's about the threshold with which the Bengals need to keep it under. 2nd down and 6 for Thomas and the Rise offense. In no hurry, and I don't blame them. Now they're going to stop the clock with 7:02 to play. And the quarterback is asking, man, I'm asking how much time I got. Yeah, he can do that. And the and he's got to tell him. He can ask for him to count down from 10, I believe.
I can't put, not unless they tell me to put it back on. They don't have to, they got 24 seconds.
No, they told you to stop the clock when it was appropriate to stop the clock. Now, here's the thing that's happened. He may get another 24 seconds. And he's gonna tell you to start the clock. No, it's going to be at the start of the play. There you go. Straight up the gut. And that's one first down, and he tries to stay in bounds, but the Bengals force him out. And that's a first down and a really good run by Roberson. That's one. So that's at least another minute 20. 6:53 to play. Ball is out to the 30-yard line. And right now, Polk County finding them openings in the defensive front. No, they don't. Clock can run forever. Right. Roberson again up the middle. And again, he picks up 5. 2nd and 5 now. Defense has got to force a turnover here or get a stop. 2nd and 5. And I'll tell you what, Sean Thomas is mastering this. How much time I got? He's asking right now, how much time do I have? And he's just told. So now the internal clock in his head runs. And the referee's going to stand right there. And he has to count down if he asks him to. Now he steps away. And that's just good, smart play by Thomas. And again, straight up the middle. And again, another first down. That's 2. No, not in NFL rules. You don't. College football next year is going to do away with stopping the clock on a first down. 1st and 10 at the 45. It's a ridiculous. That's a ridiculous rule. I always thought it was ridiculous in college football. I do think they need to go back to the 4 or 2 minute timeout, 2 minute warning. Used to be 4 minutes in college football. 1st and 10 from the 45. And that's 2 first downs for Polk County. 4:50 to play. And nothing different. They stuck him up that time. It'll be a loss of 1, maybe 2. Nice play there by the blitzing DB. Javon Brown comes in and makes the big hit. And I said 3 first downs. That's 2. Another one here, and I think it's pretty much lights out. As you see, the back judge stands there, and he's giving Thomas the time, and that's great clock management by the quarterback. Now he'll step back with under 10 seconds left on the clock, the play clock, to snap the ball. And he turns and gives. He's going to keep it himself, but no. And that's going to be he had two guys moving at the same time. So that's a 5-yard penalty, and the clock will stop because of the penalty. It'll back him up 5 yards, so it'll be second down and 16, 15 and a half here. I still don't think we're going to see a pass. Unless the Bengals throw 11 in the box again. But they haven't been. They have not been. Third down and yeah, he went out. But that's going to be another false start penalty. Motion penalty. But I think it's a moot point at this point. And I hate to doubt the home team here. I'd love to see a miraculous comeback, but it's going to be third down in 20, 21. Coach Chandler, Big Meach. They done cut the PA guy off now. Nah, he ain't gonna. He's been going for 57 minutes. He ain't shutting up for the final 3. I don't blame him. He definitely keeps the crowd in it. He's funny. He's entertaining. Definitely does his job. Now, he don't know the clock rules. But he does a good job. Yeah, right, exactly. They're trying to do that in Brevard County, but the problem is for both schools to have 2 shot clocks and hire another official, it's $3,000 per school. Yeah, yep. Because you got to have an official to run the shot clock. Yeah, that's what I said too. Now they approved it, but that don't mean the counties are going to do it. Probably see it at the private schools. All right, third down at about 17 here for Thomas in the offense. He's going to throw it, surprisingly. Slips, ball's out, picks it up. Not sure why the whistle blow. I am a little curious as to why they blew the whistle. You know why? Because when he went down to pick it up, his knee hit the ground when he touched the ball. Yep. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, he don't know that. They say wind it. Yep. All right, so 3:15 and counting, and when Thomas bent down to pick the ball up, his knee touched the ground. Good eye by the side judge there to blow the whistle. Happened so fast, and I think these refs have done a good job tonight. That's just me. Yeah, they definitely did a better job than they did the last time out here for sure. Yeah. Right, no. Yeah, it was definitely – yeah, and look, they don't play a preseason. We all should get one, right? Fourth down, and Ace going to go for it with 2:38 to play. Rolls out. Thomas cuts it back, and he's going to go down, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. So there is a slight ray of hope here for the Bengals. They've got to score within the first 2 or 3 plays here. They've just got to go for it. They don't have obviously time for anything sustained. They have not gone back to that deep ball. The best play of the night for this offense was the 69-yard touchdown from Deontay Gray to Cam Webb. And I think they need to take a shot at that right here again. I'd even line Webb up on the other side, and they do. Quick little pass here. Speedy Knowles. Knowles cuts back, still on his feet. And they should take a timeout. They don't take a timeout. Keep letting it run. Let it run. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage. Ooh, Tommy Mitchell. I don't know if anything, that's not Deontay Gray out there. It's Tommy Mitchell. So Gray's on the bench here. I don't know if this is a change or something's wrong with Gray. But Tommy Mitchell's running a wildcat out here. 1:58 to go. 3rd and 10 coming up. Timeout. There is a crack in the door, if you will. They would have to score and recover an onside kick, because if they score and they don't, it's over. And then they got to make the conversion. All right, let's set the table for you. It's 28-14, 1:58 to play in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 10 from the 23 for Tommy Mitchell. And this Fort Pierce Bengals offense. Mitchell, straight drop. Throws across to me. He threw that one into the parking lot. And that's going to bring up the final attempt of the night. 4th and 10. The incomplete pass will stop the clock with 1:51. I'll tell you what, Mitchell threw a nice ball. Not much touch on it, but pretty ball. The difference in this one, Dwayne, no doubt the first half, the 4 turnovers. Polk County's got 14 points off four turnovers, and that's the difference in the game. It's been a different game here in this second half. It's been 14-14. Timeout. No, that's not second down. It's 4th down. If it ain't fourth, it's third. It surely ain't second down. Third down. I think it's third down. Yeah, it's third down. There you go. Okay. So 2 downs left here for Tommy Mitchell in the offense to pick up 10 yards. They got to get in the end zone. Forget the first down. Essentially what it is right now is 3rd and 22. Because a first down, I mean, what it gives you 4 more downs to do what? Score and take more time off the clock. So you got to put this ball in here or on 4th down. Mitchell with Storchis Smith to his left. Split wide left near side is Harold Miller. Where is Speedy Knowles? I'd have Speedy Knowles in the slot and try to slip him something. Split wide right far side is Cam Webb. Is that Knowles in the slot over there on the right? I believe it is. Speedy. Just seems like to me every time he touches the ball, something electric happens. All right. More debate going on out here than a presidential election year. 1st and 10, 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 from the 22, but really, as I said, it's 3rd and 22 because they got to score. Down by 2 touchdowns. Mitchell looks. All kinds of time. Throws. Caught! Did he get in? Touchdown! Touchdown! Fort Pierce Bengals do it. What a throw from Mitchell. And the crack in the door stays open. They push it open a little wider. What a catch by Harold Miller. What a throw by Tommy Mitchell. And now, I think you got to kick a field goal here, man. I do. I don't think you go for 2 here and risk putting yourself down by 8. Kick the field goal. I think you have a choice here. But they're going to spread out and go for 2. And if they get it, great. Then 6 ties it. Tommy Mitchell. Storchis Smith to his right. Mitchell keeps it himself. Mitchell. Did he catch that? He does! What a catch by Cam Webb! What a throw by Tommy Mitchell. And it's 28-22. Don't go anywhere just yet. What an ending we have to this one. Didn't see this coming. But now, the all-important extra point or onside kick. And the man that has the incredible foot, Michael James, who has a nearly 70-yard punt tonight, will onside kick the ball here with 83 seconds. No, I'm sorry, 103 seconds to play. My math's a little off. I mean, we only have a 3.5-hour football game going on here. Remember, spring forward tonight. Turn your clocks up an hour before you go to sleep. And here we go with the onside kick. And 1:43 to play. Could we see one of the greatest, if not the greatest comeback in Fort Pierce Bengals history if they can get this ball? If they don't, they got some work to do. I believe they still have 2 timeouts. And we've already done the 2-minute warning, right? And let's see where this one's going to go. Who's the guy that Michael James is going to point out and say, you will be my you-know-what? Would you? Oh, that's not going to go 10 yards. They touched it before it went 10 yards. They touched it before it went 10 yards. That ball did not go 10 yards. That should be Polk County football. They know it. Fort Pierce knows it. That's a good call by the referees. Yeah, it should be Polk County ball. And it is. It's a good try. It really was. Excellent try, man. I mean, it just didn't go. And he had to touch it. It's not like he made a mistake in touching it. He had to touch it. You know what? It's a good try. It really was. And Big Meech wants to know. I think when John goes back and watches the video, he'll see it did not go. About 1.5 yards short when it was touched of 10 yards. So the ball will be placed at the 45, and I just think we're going to see 3 runs. Yeah. And if you're Fort Pierce, I am punching at that ball. I can't imagine anybody other than J.J. Roberson. It is Roberson. Roberson straight down to the ground with it. And Big Meech takes timeout number 2. They got 1 left. .136, 96 seconds to play. 28-22. Fort Pierce trying to pull off the impossible here. A first down will end it. And you could literally go in victory formation at that point. But with 1 timeout left, the Bengals, let's see here, if we run it down, Bengals could conceivably get the ball back with 6 seconds. I think what I'm doing here is I'm pinching down on the center. So the Bengals with 1 timeout left. Second and 5. I don't know what the meeting is for this time, but it's another one. 1:36 to play. And here we go. And we'll see the whistle stop. And no gain, no gain, no gain. Keep your composure, gentlemen. Keep your composure. You've come 58 minutes, 58 and a half minutes. So 1:30 to go. And the third and final timeout is here. Third down now. And I want to thank everyone that's watched here tonight. Rise up. Thank you very much for coming on and chatting with us here tonight on Brevard Sports Network. We'll be back with you for the rest of the season here with the TC Bank, or I told you it's going to take me a game to get used to that. Fort Pierce Bengals here on the Treasure Coast. Good luck to the Polk County Rise the rest of the year. Good football team. Excellent quarterback. The ball will be placed at the 40 of the Fort Pierce Bengals. With 90 seconds on the dot to go here. And let's see what I mean, obviously you're gonna turn around and hand it off to Roberson. Or I like that play where Thomas keeps it and they picked up the penalty twice himself. Yeah, that little, and that's exactly what we're going to see here. Thomas, first down, and that's the game. And there it is, and that's exactly what we got there. We got the quarterback keeper. The last two times they did that. And that'll do it. 1:23 to go. No timeouts left. Victory formation coming here. Tommy Mitchell came in and did a really nice job for the Bengals at quarterback tonight, didn't he? And I don't even know why they're not in anything but victory. Or maybe this is victory. That's a V. Man is deep, and he'll take a knee. And it's worth a shot once, right? I don't think I'd try it again. And 1:15 as the players begin to shake hands. .104. Second down and 11. He's just going to take a knee here. It's two more plays. I believe he's got to do it. Here's one. And this will be the final play. I want to thank Dwayne. I want to thank Big Meach, John Chandler. I want to thank both teams, the Polk County Rise and the Fort Pierce Bengals, for a good football game here tonight. The difference in this one, 4 first-half turnovers from Fort Pierce leads to 14. Oh, we got an injured player down. So they'll stop the clock with 26.1 seconds. That's to no avail. But that'll do it. And again, our final score is going to be 28-14. Oh, I'm sorry, 28-22, 28-22, 28-22. And a good comeback effort led by Tommy Mitchell and that Bengals offense. I just think the Bengals defense played well enough to win tonight. The turnovers killed them, and that's something that they're going to have to work on. But they're a 4-2 team with still much of everything they want to accomplish ahead of them. Polk County moves to 5-0. And good game by both these teams tonight. They say wind it, they do, and we're going to go off following the final snap of the play here. So I want to thank all of you for watching here on Brevard Sports Network. If you like sports talk, tomorrow night check out the new premiere of our brand new sports talk show, Mouthing Off Sports Talk. I'm telling you, you have a lot of fun. NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, all kind of good stuff here, and that's going to do it for this one tonight. So your final score from Khalil Mack Field, the Polk County Rise move to 5-0 as they defeat the Fort Pierce Bengals 28-22. Once again, big thanks to Big John Meach and the Fort Pierce Bengals organization. My name is Alan Slaughtersinski. I'd like to thank my man Dwayne here for his help tonight. And have a great night, a great week, and we'll see you next week, everybody. Again, Polk County 28, Fort Pierce 22. Have a great night, and make it a sports night.